Hello YouTube, it's me again, and I want to talk about the mindset of black men as it relates to black women. What inspired me was an exchange that I've been having with this brother in response to a black woman who married a white man. She's been married to this man for 15 years, and she has, I believe she said, 3 children. And she was asking 2 questions. What race are her children, and is she a bed wench? And I responded. I said, yes, you're a bed wench, and your children are white. And this black man decided to become a part of the discussion. He called me a moron, and he went on to say that the woman determines the race of the children. And I responded by giving him a DNA lesson and letting him know that the identity of a child cannot be determined without the Y chromosome, that the male has both the X and Y chromosomes, and his entire history can be determined because his father's chromosome is there. A woman can't do a comprehensive DNA test unless she gets DNA from her father or his brothers, whatever the case may be, but she can't do it on her own, okay? And historically, all nations have considered the children from a marriage to belong to the father. Simple as that. I also gave him an example that in the United States, in a very ass-backwards way, a woman can be as irresponsible as she wants to be, but the man has to pay for the baby. And the reason for that is because the baby belongs to the man genetically. Period. The baby belongs to the man. Yeah, it has some genetic characteristics from the mother, but it belongs to the father. Now, they don't take that approach directly. They do a very indirect approach, and they make it exploitative as possible. But nevertheless, they're saying the exact same thing in a very twisted way. The baby belongs to you. So if you have children out there and you can have custody of them, you should take custody of them. As long as you know they're yours. You know, with these women out there, those children could belong to anyone, and you know that. So take your precautions. Find out for sure before you jump in. I wanted to make this point because we black men do not have a martial mindset. We don't think like warriors. You know, I may have mentioned this, that I tried to get him to understand that in the past, when nations conquered other nations, they would rape the women, not because they were horny, but because they wanted to plant their seed. They wanted to plant the seed of the enemy in the nation that they conquered. They know that conquest doesn't always last. They could be reconquered by the men of that nation. But they wanted to leave their seed as a way of undermining that nation. And I tried, you know, I'm hoping that he gets it, because I just left a response today, so I'm not sure if he's really going to get it, but I hope he gets it. I hope he understands that the way of the world is not based on a woman's vagina. It's based on men acting like men, and the men who act the most like men rule the world today. And the men who defer to women are ruled in the world today. It's as simple as that. And you can read as many philosophies, and you can talk about fairness and all this other stuff, but it doesn't go that way. A lot of people, you know, they don't believe in the Most High because they think the Most High is very strict and in some ways very harsh. And oh, I can't believe in a God like that. Well, that's crazy. You know, the Most High is the Most High. And you need to get with the program, because he's offering you everything. He's offering you get behind the program, you get the knowledge, and he's going to give you immortality at some point, and you have eternity to learn all you need. And it doesn't really get any better than that. But I didn't mean to get off into this theological thing. I wanted to make this point that we black men need to start thinking like the rest of the men in this world. And the men who are coming around to our current way of thinking are losing their positions in the world. We need to be strong. We need to be macho. We need to walk away from women that don't conform. It's not about fair. Well, you're not being fair. You're being a male chauvinist. Yes, I am. I absolutely am a male chauvinist. I believe in power of being a man. I believe that I am to lord over you, period. And you should like it, and you know that you do. So if you're testing me, you just found out I passed. And if you're not testing me and you're silly enough to believe this nonsense, please keep going, okay? Black men, start being men. Stop this nonsense. Let me give you an example of something that I just find absolutely ridiculous. And I hope you do too. NBA and NFL players, they get near the camera and they say, "Hi, Mom." Can you get any more effeminate than "Hi, Mom"? Who taught you how to play football? Either your dad taught you, your brother taught you, or your pee-wee coach taught you how to play football. But I have not yet, or basketball, and I have not yet heard a single player say, "Hey, coach, hey, dad, how you doing?" I haven't heard that. So, come on, guys. Man up. Become men. Okay? Give credit to where credit is due. Stop worshiping the womb the way that you do. It's pathetic. Other nations see it. They think it's ridiculous. So do I. Become men, please. We need you to be. Thank you.